just getting to 30 now, aren't we?
I don't want to brake because it's a bit close.
Go left on the roundabout and take the first exit. Then, at the end of the road, turn right.
First exit.
Yeah.
Out there.
Yeah. When we get to, well, we're going to actually we'll turn right first, and then we'll pull over.
Turn right.
If we can. It's not very friendly street for pulling over.
No.
Can we just pull over to the left just here before the driveway? Just here. That's it. Just there. All right. Okay, we'll see how we get on here because it's a bus route, and I think we'll be okay. What do you think? You think they'll get around us?
Yeah.
All right. So let's do handbrake and park. Handbrake and park. Right. Right. So we were coming up to the roundabout just now. And it was a 30 sign, wasn't it? Well, before that it was a 30 sign. Did you see the 30 sign?
Yeah, it was above the...
Yeah, you were doing about 37.
Yeah.
And behind us was a white car that you just mentioned to me. Right. And you didn't slow down for a very long time. I know you were trying to slow down, and it was drifting down to 33, 30, and in the end I told you when you got to 30ish that it was quite a long way into that road. And then you said something about you can't brake because there's a car.
I don't want to brake so harshly.
Because there's a car behind you. All right. Is that why you didn't slow down to 30 when you saw the sign, or did you not see the sign?
Yeah, I saw the sign. I just didn't want to like slam my brakes down because the car was so close to me.
Okay. So there is a problem there.
Yeah.
Because if you go through a 30 sign at 37,
Yeah, it's bad.
you can get a ticket, and it can be dangerous for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
So how could you do that then? What's the answer to that scenario? The end of the day, you need to go through that 30 sign at 30.
Slow down.
So there's a car behind you.
Exiting. Just don't speed up too much.
Well, there's two things. I suppose you could plan ahead a bit more, so you can see the 30 sign. Yeah, is that what you meant?
Yeah.
All right. And then come off the gas maybe a little bit sooner. You can brake if a car's close behind you. Just don't brake harshly.
Yeah, that's what I was scared of.
Yeah, you can do a gentle brake. Because you can, if you just tap very lightly on the brake, the lights go on.
Yeah, and then
It doesn't mean you're going to slow down rapidly.
No, yeah.
So you can control the brake in a casual way.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're being hurried and harassed by a following vehicle, which we try not to be hurried or harassed by other road users. I think you did need to brake there, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe if you planned ahead as well.
Yeah, I think that's what I was
We'll just see what this car's going to do. Really? Right, shall we? I think he might. I don't know if he's parking or he wants to get in there maybe. Should we just move along a bit and maybe just give him a bit of room? I don't know what his problem is. He might want to turn into there and he might want to swing, I don't know. So we're just going to go maybe a bit further forward opposite that telegraph pole on the left here. Let's just park on the left here. Oh, he's going into there. Yeah, I kind of get what he was up to. He was trying to reverse into his drive and he wanted a bit more room. So fair enough. Fair enough when you cancel that signal. I think we timed that quite well because a white car came out from the other driveway. It wasn't blocking driveways anyway. So on reflection of that moment, because that moment you may have picked up a serious fault in a driving test because you're doing 37 in a 30. At any time in that moment you really should have got your speed down. Do you accept that? And did pass that sign at 30. So it's quite a big fault on the test, that one. So even though there's a car close to you, you are coming up to a 30 sign at 37.
I should just slow down.
You should really, maybe not harshly if you can help it, maybe, but you do need to start putting those brake lights on without. You can start off with a gentle rest so that the brake lights come on and you're not really slowing down too much. Give the guy a heads up and then maybe start to increase the brake a little bit more and get your speed down, because it's you'll be the one paying the price for that. But it needs to happen, it needs to be done. And then you would have been all right. And you could have even done it after you passed, I suppose. You could have just got on the brakes then even and come down. All right. But saying that, let's not be negative, because your roundabout before that was really good, wasn't it? When we came round to that left lane. Yeah, I thought that was really good. You came into the top of the lane and everything. And you left perfectly well. Maybe
it's a bit fast.
Yeah, just need that signal. Well, it's a 40 anyway, up to that 30, so you wasn't really doing anything wrong, but you did need to.
Down in time.
Yeah, maybe just a bit more forward planning, and maybe activating your brake lights. If you put your foot on the brake now, just put your foot on it. But not push it. Just kind of rest your foot on it slightly. That will activate your brake lights right there. And it won't actually. The brakes won't engage in a heavy way.
No.
So you can actually begin to slow down and tell the vehicles behind, I am about to, if not slowing down already. So that's that. Right. Is it going to pick up the route? Yes. So we are going to be able to follow sat nav whenever you're ready. Who did you signal for?
No. Myself.
Okay. All right.
At the end of the road, turn right, then, at the end of the road, turn left. Turn right, then, at the end of the road, turn left. Turn left, exit 3. After 200 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, 900. Cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
Park it up on the left when it's safe. ASAP. It's the best way of doing a park up, you know. Alright, thank you. Cancel your signal. Because we've done our parking. Alright, well done. When it's safe, you can move off again.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just doing park up there. We're going to move off again. That would be good. Yeah, it kind of turned into a bit of a begging signal in the end, that, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what? Something went wrong there. What do you think?
I didn't go whenever I was.
Okay, so what?
Then I saw the car in front trying to reverse out.
Yeah, it all kicked off after you started to signal. So what should you have done there, do you think? What would have been a better way of doing it?
Turning it off.
Maybe. When would you signal to move off?
When I'm ready to go.
When you're ready to go, yeah, more or less. Yeah, so you wasn't ready because you wasn't in drive.
No.
And your handbrake, well, you didn't need your handbrake off, but and it had a strange reaction, didn't it? Because the first car overtook you, and the second car was a bit confused because he thought you were actually moving off, but he wasn't really.
No.
After 300 yards, turn right, A4300.
But you did in the end anyway.
Yeah.
And luckily, in a way, the car that was reversing pulled forward again because of the pedestrian.
Yeah. That's what threw me off a bit.
A little bit, yeah. So on reflection, we didn't want to signal. You didn't really want to signal,
Turn
did you? Unless you were moving off.
No, yeah.
On reflection, okay. How's that? What was bad about that?
Well, it was sudden stop when I'm in the bike lane.
You've encroached into the bike area as well. So what do you think went wrong with that? How could you do that again? What would you change?
Well, if it's green, I should have slowed down a little bit. Because it's been green before I approached it.
It was green on the approach. But then it turned amber and you did a sudden stop.
I
But,
could have kept going.
possibly. But what was missing? There's something missing from that approach.
Maybe checking my map.
Yeah, maybe. But that's not the problem, is it?
No.
It's the planning of the light.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It was green on the approach. I should have slowed down a bit. I could turn around.
Right, so what? Oh, I get what you're saying here. So what you're saying is, hello, pedestrians. Hello, thank you. Keep drinking that beer. Yeah, so on the approach to a light, the thought process should be that could change to amber.
Yeah.
But if it changes to amber now, I would stop.
Yeah.
But if it changes to amber now, I would go. This is my ex-neighbour. Harry, his name's Harry. Oh. Can't even see me, Harry. I haven't seen him for a long time. Yeah, so it's planning, isn't it?
Yeah.
Planning. And what happened was you didn't have it planned. So when it did turn to amber, yeah, it was a panic move. Really, I suppose if you had planned that, you could have stopped in time safely without a sudden stop on the line. It shocked you a bit, didn't it?
Yeah.
And then it's and then you went for the brake, and really it was just planning. You need to plan that ahead. If it changes to amber now, I'd stop.
Yeah.
If it changes to amber now, I'd just carry on.
Especially because it was green before I got there.
Yeah.
Good tell.
And it was green for a while, wasn't
Yeah.
it? So it could have turned to amber. It was planning of the light. So you just didn't plan the light in time, really. You just needed to think about it on the approach, about when you would stop and when you wouldn't stop if it turned to amber. And that is the secret of those lights. And otherwise you panicked and caught you out.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we go to school for, isn't it?
Yeah.
After 200 yards, go left on roundabout and take first exit, exit 03. Go left on roundabout and take first exit. After 300 yards, cross roundabout and take second exit, exit 03. Cross roundabout and take second exit, exit 03. After 200 yards, go right on roundabout and take second exit, exit 13, then take second left.
So, yeah, go on.
Go right on the roundabout and take the second exit, then take the
You are
second
in the
left.
correct lane, yeah. The only thing missing from that was a signal to
Yeah, I was
change
gonna
lanes.
signal
Yeah,
now,
you did
but-
really good mirror,
Yeah.
and it was safe, so well done. You just needed that signal.
Yeah.
We could do with a signal now, couldn't we? There we go. Yeah, which is your exit? Under the bridge, where? Yeah, well done. And then what did she say next? She said second
After
exit.
200
Just
yards,
cancel that.
turn
Not
left.
this one. Yeah. It's not this one, it's the next one. Yeah, I don't think we've been down this
Turn
road
left.
before. This one. Did you know that was coming up?
No. I've never seen this road before.
No. Yeah. I suppose on reflection we could have held back there, couldn't we? Maybe a bit sooner, but once again it's just planning ahead.
After 100 yards, turn right. Turn right.
Probably now we parked here, everyone wants to come in and out of all these driveways as usual. And cancel your signal. Brilliant. Okay, so how's the drive going so far?
Not great.
Not great?
No.
Why is that?
Just messed up a few times.
Well, you would do, wouldn't you? Because you're on driving lesson.
Yeah.
That's what people do.
Yeah.
They do mess up. Not a big deal.
No.
As long as you learn by it.
Yeah.
Because if we were doing exactly the same route again,
I'd know where to go.
yeah, you'd be better,
right,
wouldn't
yeah.
you? You'd be better.
Yeah.
So if you had this exactly this, if you could go back in time, knowing what you know now, you would be improved, would you not?
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
And so you'd see the white car behind you and the 30, and you go, right, I'm going to give him a little
Slow
heads
down,
up,
yeah.
and I'm going to slow down a bit more, and you see the green light coming, wouldn't you? And you plan ahead. You go, right, well, if that turns to amber, because I've had. See, this is all a part of having a driving lesson.
Yeah.
It's getting those experiences and learning by them. That's what it's about. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
So it's all going to plan.
Yeah.
Really. It's not going to plan. I hear what you're saying. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you're getting at, but you shouldn't be disheartened by that.
No.
Because everyone, without fail, everyone does that. That makes those mistakes. Everyone makes those mistakes or similar mistakes, and they still go on and pass the driving test at the end when they learn by them.
Yeah.
So, just the process. You're in a process.
Learning curve.
Yeah, exactly. You got it. It's a learning curve. All right then. So, how are we doing on the test route? So I suppose we're probably over halfway now, aren't we?
7 minutes.
Yeah. What I'm going to do, I'm going to stop the cameras now, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Because they've been going for 40 minutes.
Wow.
So we ended the lesson there, or we ended the recording there, I should say. But we carried on with the lesson. Hannah has 2-hour lessons, and we had a lot more learning to do. Hope you enjoyed what you've seen so far, and I hope it's benefited you, whether you're learning or an experienced driver. Please subscribe and press the little notification button, as I will be making videos weekly. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.